Dalmatians, and welcome back to Star Trek Resurgence. It's time. We just found out that Captain probably some motherfucking traitor. I should have not said motherfucker. This will get me censored on YouTube. Fuck! See, now it's already down the drain. So let's just continue. Let's go! Okay, we have to talk to her again. Got it.
Tylus, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course. Is something wrong?
There's something happening. I may need your help. This is important.
How can I help?
When you were in engineering with Dr. Duvall, did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Or anyone?
Not particularly. Why?
I found this, hidden in a compartment down there.
That's Taconian technology. Does that mean there's a scion on board? But Dr. Duvall bioscanned everyone. Every deck, every crew member. I've seen the logs.
We have to trace contacts. I'm keeping what I said the last time.
Starting with engineering, which is where the device was planted.
At least that narrows the list. But we still have to go back quite a while.
Whatever it takes.
It could be anyone.
That includes both of us.
You want me to get scanned? Better to know for sure, right? I'll admit,
yes, I do.
I was around the scions as much as anybody.
By the way, I laughed that she
I would
wasn't
feel
like
more comfortable if you did.
offended by that.
I understand.
Was a big fan of that. Made me like Tylus a lot.
Clear.
Now it's your turn.
Sure.
Clear.
Don't sound so surprised.
You spend plenty of time with the scions as well. You never know.
Let's get to it. The search starts in engineering. Whoever planted the device most likely did it within the last few hours. So I'll start by running a scan, tracking everyone who came through engineering over the last day, in reverse order.
This could take forever to sort through the number of people that were in engineering.
Case last time, non-engineering personnel away.
Filtering for outliers. People who don't work in engineering.
Then duplicates,
helps.
gone.
I'll filter out the duplicates.
And then people over on Hotari.
This is manageable.
Cross-referencing this list with everyone who's traveled to Hotari.
This
Let's
only
see
leaves
who's
one.
left.
Dun, dun, dun!
No, this can't be right.
What?
Of the people that went to Hotari and visited engineering, it could only have been Captain Solano.
According to this, he was here while you went down to Delphi Ardu-4. Which would have been the perfect opportunity.
It adds up.
And no one would question him. He's the captain.
As much as I hate to admit it, assuming it's true, it does explain why he was so opposed to getting help from Portal.
And he made several trips to Hotari. So they had plenty of opportunity to target him.
What happened when Dr. Duvall bioscanned Captain Solano?
It never happened.
That's just it. She never did.
How is that possible?
Something more urgent would always come up. There was nothing she could do. But performing a bioscan is the only way to be absolutely sure.
That's not going to be easy. First thing I need to do is get this device to Portal.
Be careful. And good luck.
I'll need it. I found the device.
Interference is gone. I have located Galvin's ship more precisely. He's in the U.S. system.
So then it worked.
This whole region was one of the most sacred for the ancient Takan. What many consider the birthplace of our civilization. See these comets and planetoids in the outer orbits? Based on their current trajectory, that's Galvin's destination. And legend tells us it's the location of what was once our our largest arsenal. Not that we needed it in the late stages of the Empire, but
Can you stop him?
there as a precaution nonetheless.
Can you stop him? Cripple their ship somehow?
I'm afraid they are too far away for my powers to reach them. We need to be much closer, and even then, they may have defenses against what I am able to do.
I know, how are you?
If Galvin and the other Scions secure the arsenal, they will become extremely dangerous. My people had such power at the height of the Empire. The Takan were as gods, keeping absolute control over countless worlds. I must speak with them directly. However, the presence of this device is worrying. It's highly likely it was placed here by a Scion, hidden among your crew, and it is unlikely this interference device was the Scion saboteur's only trap. If we reach Galvin and the saboteur cripples your ship, we will be at their mercy. Even my powers will not be able to protect us. Do you know who it is? They may well do more damage if left alone.
I think it's Solano.
Time is not on your side.
I'm fairly convinced they bioformed Captain Solano.
I knew there was a reason I didn't like him. That explains it. Bioforming was so rare at the time of the Empire that I am not able to detect if it has taken place. Proof of your claim is something you will have to produce yourself.
Then we have to bioscan him.
It's not really magic,
talk
it's
to Dr.
still
Duvall.
some kind of science behind it.
It's quite the claim. Told me you were worried about him. But I never imagined this was what was wrong.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other possibility.
That would explain why Solano has been too busy for a bioscan lately.
As the ship's doctor, you have the authority to declare him unfit to serve.
If you're right, this is the worst case scenario. Challenging your own captain is a tall order. Are you sure you're prepared for this? If you fail, that's it.
With your help.
The end of your career.
I don't know if I would be on my own. But with your support, I'm sure we can do it.
That smooth talking may come in handy. I'm in. But we can't pull this off with just the two of us. I technically have the authority to make Solano undergo a scan, but in reality, he can and will refuse to do it. We need at least another member of the senior staff to support your claim. Or this could all blow up in our faces. You better think long and hard about who you can trust.
The girlie who lost her eyesight. My god! Game, fix your fucking sound effects.
Down to one reactor. Thought we'd be stopped dead. At least stuck at impulse power.
The Takan enhancements must be able to brute force limited bursts of warp output.
Yeah, but they won't get to wherever they were headed at this rate. They're just limping along now.
So where does that put us?
Maybe I can answer that.
Find a working console. Okay, they're soft blocking me.
I got the ship's heading.
They've changed course. Drastically.
Looks like they're headed here. The U.S. system. They might stop there.
Can we use the Zeldi's comms to signal your fleet?
Comm systems are locked.
Grab hold! The inertial dampeners can barely keep up. If they keep forcing this ship to make these short warp jumps, they're going to tear it apart.
Zeldi is still made by Lydian hands, despite all this Takan corruption. It will hold.
We just gotta stay safe until Starfleet can find us.
Your people. Is there somewhere you go when you die?
Life after death? No. On my homeworld, some people think they can cheat death in a way by joining with the Trill symbiont. But that's not a life to me.
What about you? Is there another plane of existence for you?
No way to know.
With every passing battle.
I think there's just no way for us to know what happens after we die.
Really?
Maybe there's something more, maybe not. But I can't discount the possibility. You can't prove a negative.
Then maybe you can understand this. My people have a special journey. When Illydians die, we rejoin our comrades, family, and ancestors.
On the parade grounds of Cirella?
That is just one part of it, but yes. Death is not the end for us. So, even if some part of Itasca remains, by letting the Dakarn use her body, at best we are delaying the inevitable next step for her. At worst, we are leaving her as a prisoner in her own mind. You want to save the transformed. So do I.
Now that I've seen it happen, does it make me a hypocrite to say he has a point? What if we can't get them back? We can't leave them like that, right?
I think Itasca would want to be released. To
We
think
can
of what
still
she could
try.
be going through right now. It's a torturous idea.
I know it's awful to think about, but if they're still alive, we can still try to help them. We lose that option once they're dead.
I had a sister, a twin. It's very rare among the Trill.
You never told me that.
She was one of the youngest hosts to ever join with the symbiont. A sentient creature that lives in our body. It's considered a great honor. The symbiont can bring centuries of knowledge and wisdom to the host. But sometimes, the symbiont personality suppresses the host entirely. My sister was the closest person in the world to me. I knew she would be different after joining. But she drew more and more distant. The room we shared growing up was foreign to the both of us. And eventually she, or whoever she'd become, cut me out entirely. So I left for Starfleet and swore I'd never go back. I couldn't stand the thought of seeing her.
Kind of like losing
Someone
Miranda.
who looked like my sister. Sounded like her.
So, losing Miranda like this, it opened an old wound.
Never really closed up in the first place.
You remind me of Itasca.
I do.
Bonds are not made by what runs through your veins, but the blood you spill together. Itasca was my family in that way. I want you to know there is nothing I won't sacrifice to win this fight. But if we're lucky enough to survive, I'd be honored if you'd count me as one of your tribe,
No,
as Itasca was.
Even a couple of
you
engineers
already
like us.
are.
You are many things.
I don't need to wait that long. We've bled together. No one else will know what we've been through. That makes us a tribe. Right here.
I'll take that.
Aw, that's cute.
Will they not cease this madness?
He seems like a wizard. He does.
What is this place?
Is that the Veskar?
Another one of yours?
Not anymore. They've corrupted it, just like the Zeldi.
Now there are two ships. Did this just get better or worse?
It certainly doesn't bode well for the crew of the Veskar.
It's up to us.
So many lives stolen.
We're really at the heart of this fight now. We just gotta figure out what we're gonna do about it.
This doesn't look like the Aphelion. What are they doing here?
You don't think they're just meeting their buddies?
Maybe, but then why are their buddies here?
Prepare for transfer.
The storm! It's back!
The Fellowship of the Crystals. Hi, liar. How are you? And thank you.
What happened?
Hold on. Scanning. Metric radiation is dropping. The Zeldy's dropped to minimal power levels.
It's running off just the one warp core now.
That means...
They've sent the Cartabula to that other ship.
Mutiny on the Resolute.
Something wrong, Captain?
No, nothing's wrong. In fact, I was just going to call for you. I'm needed down in engineering. The bridge is yours.
My god, space console. It's a bar in Cyberpunk 2077. Yep, that's the girlie. She's the one that I'm trusting. Choose an ally to confront Captain Solano, approached by Bedrosian.
Lieutenant Bedrosian, a word, please.
Yes, Commander.
She gave everything for me, I gave everything for her. She's the one.
What can I do for you?
Listen, the captain may have been compromised.
What?
I have every reason to believe he has been bioformed and is now actively working against us.
Hold on. This makes no sense. Did Portal do something to you?
I'm dead serious. Someone is sabotaging the mission. They planted a Taconian device in engineering. Captain Solano was in engineering while we were on Delphi Ardu-4, and he purposely evaded Dr. Duval's bioscan. He's not Captain Solano anymore. He's a Scion.
Which would make you Captain. So you're saying you're taking command of the ship? Because if you are,
With
that's
your help,
one
I
hell of a
will.
bold move. And you better be absolutely sure you have your facts straight.
With your help and your backing, yes, I have to.
I'm not signing myself up for mutiny.
Uh-oh.
I have Duval's support. We're going to ask the captain to undergo a bioscan. When he refuses, I need you to back me up.
I've already sacrificed a lot for this mission. I hope to have a long career, one just like yours.
Come on.
We do this, we could be thrown in the brig, stripped of our rank, or worse. Is it worth risking everything on your hunch? I haven't been a bridge officer for very long. I don't want it to end before it even starts.
Trust me.
You have to trust me. I wouldn't do this unless I thought it was the right thing to do.
You do always choose the good of the mission. I know that better than most.
Yeah!
So, my answer is yes. I'm with you no matter what. When do we act?
Now, Dr. Duval is already on the bridge.
All right. I'm ready.
Hi, David. How are you? Ruined this poor girl's career? Kinda.
It's now or never.
Captain Solano.
Commander Rydek, we need to talk about... Doctor? What brings you to the bridge?
Just a bit of housekeeping. You owe me a bioscan, Captain.
I don't have time for that right now.
It will only take a moment. I can't put this off any longer.
You can, and you will. All what you'll find is that I'm quite reasonably under stress given the circumstances, and you aren't making it better. I'll find you in sickbay when I'm good and ready. Or, if you're gonna stand in the way of the mission, I can find you in the brig instead.
It's merely protocol, Captain. All officers that touch alien soil have to be bioscanned.
I know the protocol. It's not more important than chasing down these Draconian marauders.
Commander Rydek is right, Captain. We all have to follow the rules.
What is this?
We need you to comply with the scan, Captain.
That's enough. Drop this. All of you. I'm giving you a direct order, Commander Rydek. Stand down and go back to your post. Now. Do not make me tell you again. I've been a starship captain since before you were in the academy.
I refuse. So do the others.
Well then, you've left me no choice. Security to the bridge. Arrest Commander Rydek. Take her to the brig.
On what charge?
Conspiring with the enemy and mutiny.
Oh, fuck.
Get back. Give her a chance to speak. Let's hear what she has to say.
That's enough, Lieutenant Bedrosian. Step aside or you'll join her in the brig.
No.
This is not Captain Solano. He's been bioformed. He's a scion.
You're out of your mind.
She can prove it.
He sabotaged our efforts to track Galvin with this. He planted it in engineering while we were down on Delphi Ardu 4.
Lies! Perpetrated by the only Takan in our midst.
Well,
Portal
let me
6-3.
fucking scan
He's actively
you,
trying to
asshole!
divide us from within.
Captain Solano has refused to be bioscanned because he knows it will reveal he's a scion.
Take her to the brig or I'll do it myself. Oh!
Wait! Stand down! That's an order!
What is the meaning of this?
Scan him! Scan
Everyone
him!
hold until we get answers.
I can prove I'm right.
This cannot happen on the bridge of a Federation starship.
I can prove I'm right if you just give me a chance. If I'm wrong, then I will face the consequences.
Scan him!
If you're wrong,
That's
there's
okay.
no coming back from
I'm
this.
going down with the ship. It's
I'm
okay
going to
if I'm
settle
wrong.
this once and for all.
Please don't let me be wrong. Hi, Curly. How are you? Exactly. The meeting could have been a scan. How you doing, Curly? Hi, Beef. How are you doing? Come on, let him be. That's good, right? That's good for us. I told you! I motherfucking told all of you!
Commander Rydek was right. Captain Solano has been compromised. He's been bioformed into a Takan.
Told you! Could have been a motherfucking scan.
As the Chief Medical Officer of the U.S.S. Resolute, I am relieving Captain Zachary Solano of command.
Take him to the brig.
I don't know what I expected, but not this. I can't believe I shot the captain.
I owe you my life. I'm glad you did.
I don't think Starfleet likes it when you do that.
I might not be alive if you hadn't.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Oh, I don't give two shits about the other twos. I just want to be in love with Bedrosian and the rest. Should have trusted me in the beginning. Should have trusted me in the motherfucking beginning. Did they? Did they? Well, they didn't. Lieutenant Bedrosian was humbled when Jara confided her suspicions about Captain Solano, and yet was reluctant to trust her after what happened during the Alien rescue mission. In the aftermath of the confrontation, once Jara became captain, Lieutenant Bedrosian was glad Jara thanked her for a quick and decisive action. Hi, Big Red. How are you? Whole lot of consequences if you're wrong. Yeah, but I would have taken them without any like. I would be like, yeah, okay, sure, no problem. But I was right though. I'm okay. Thanks for asking, Curly. How are you doing? Oh, you're wonderful. You already wrote that. What are you playing? Schedule 1 currently, right? Captain Solano took Jara's action as mutinous when she confronted him on the bridge and asked him to submit a bioscan. Commander Westbrook was stunned after Jara chose not to confide in him before confronting Captain Solano on a bridge. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Tyler was devastated to hear the disturbing news from Hotori, but took solace in Jara's word of reassurance. Commander Urmod was deeply disappointed when Jara chose not to confide her suspicions about Captain Solano before confronting him on the bridge. I mean, it's okay. Dr. Duval admired Jara's intuition and leadership when she was asked about confronting Captain Solano. Galvin was irritated by Jara's continued defiance when the Vescar had the Resolute at its mercy. Yet I didn't give two shits. I was like, fuck you. Porter 6-3 felt slightly less offended after Jara defended him from Captain Solano's insults when they first met. But he couldn't understand why she tolerated his ignorance, and he felt a growing trust in their relationship when she revealed who she suspected might be the scion aboard the Resolute. Okay. No, I won't play it. That's not my type of game at all, Curly. I'm okay, thanks for asking, Big Red.
Set course for the Usonia system. Maximum warp. It's time to face Galvin.
Yes, Commander. Sorry. Captain.
Oh, Captain,
On
my
your command.
Captain! Warp!
Engage.
I mean, never say never, right, with Schedule 1, but I don't think I will play it. Collision! Oh no,
We're taking fire!
Red alert! All hands to battle stations. Shield status.
Set to maximum, but with the algorithms compromised, they may not do much.
Captain, that other Elydian ship is here.
The Zeldi?
We're outnumbered.
Captain, your orders.
Evasive maneuvers!
Evasive maneuvers.
Aye, Captain.
Doesn't make sense for us to fight them. We learned that they're way stronger, so...
The Vescar's warp engines are powering them.
Oh no!
Our warp engines are offline.
That must have been their goal. They didn't want us to chase the Vescar.
According to my readings, they also took the Cartabula with them.
They're not breaking off. We have to destroy the Zeldi before it destroys us.
Diaz and Edsalar still over there?
They'll need to evacuate.
Come on.
I almost have it.
They gotta know we're here. Hurry! You got it?
Got it! Diaz to Resolute!
We read you, Diaz.
This is Urmod. It's good to hear your voice. Is Edsalar... is she with you? Everyone wants to know.
We're both here.
Yeah, we're both here. We're both okay.
Very good, Petty Officer.
Can you get us out of here?
I can't transport you out while the Zeldi's shields are up. Our phaser fire won't even get through. Is there another way off that ship?
We'll find a way.
Whatever you do, you'll have to be quick about it. Because we can't give you much more time. We can't evade the Zeldi forever.
Understood. Diaz out.
Hi, Dweezy, how are you?
We're gonna have to get out of here the old-fashioned way.
Lydian ships have no escape pods.
We can leave out that cargo bay we transported you before. But then there's the vacuum of space to contend with.
Those freight containers. Maybe we could use those to make an escape pod?
Is that even possible?
We're gonna make it possible. Unless you have a better idea.
Let's go.
Gotta take our chances.
I've polarized the hull plating. That should allow us to take a few more hits. Enemy phaser impact dissipated. Heading, Captain?
Attack pattern Delta, attack pattern... let's go with Beta, I have no idea.
Attack pattern Beta 3. Circle around that asteroid and come back firing.
Aye, Captain.
Zeldy, in range.
Fire!
Fire!
Zeldy's shields down to 82%.
We're doing damage, but they're hitting us right back. We'll run out of hull before we penetrate their shields.
Perhaps I can be of assistance.
Yes!
I can modify your impulse engines to amplify their meager output and avoid more of their attacks.
Do it.
But I will need full
Do it.
access
I trust
to your
him. I
propulsion
trust him with my
system.
life.
This goes against dozens of Starfleet regulations.
I don't give two shits.
It's not a security risk if the alternative is destruction.
To me, it's simple. You can take this beating and hope you can weather it. Or will you put your trust in me?
I trust you 100%.
I've left everything behind for you. The least you can do is put your faith in me.
Commander Ermot, give portal access to the propulsion systems. You're going to have the ship in your hands. Don't let me down.
This will take a moment.
Hi, Montes. How are you doing? I will not regret that.
Your ship has let up its fire.
That gives us some time.
All right. One of these freight containers should do the trick.
Be quick.
We need one big enough for all of us to fit inside. Something we can make airtight.
Here
Damn
we
it.
go.
Not this one.
This'll work.
That's great, but it's not airtight yet.
No problem. We'll just seal it up.
This container is extremely heavy. Even with the containment field open, it won't leave the bay quickly. I'll find something to accelerate our exit.
Glancing blow. Very little damage.
I cannot keep this up for long.
Their phaser banks are recharging. Now's our window. We have to strike back.
I agree.
Their next barrage could be our last. Better make this count.
Target their weapon systems. Take the teeth out of their bite.
That could make them run. Just like the Veskar, we'd lose Diaz and Edzelar again. Hit their engines. We've already lost the Veskar.
We need to protect ourselves first.
Engines!
Target their propulsion systems. I don't want them going anywhere.
Targeting their engines.
Whoa. We gotta move it now.
These will give us the push we need.
Grenades?
Those are explosive.
I like him.
We'll ride the blast right out of here. All set.
I'll set the containment field to deactivate, and then run back. We can detonate by remote.
we'll need to seal the doors from inside the container once we do.
Before all the air sucks out of the cargo bay.
Come on, tall-legged man! He's daddy long legs.
Hurry! What are they doing in there? Please, help me.
No. The Takan get what they deserve.
Don't leave me to die.
I don't know. Can we really leave her?
She can save herself.
She can figure her own way out of this.
This ship can't fly. Sidron set it to self-destruct. Please, Amenta.
Oh,
It's not her.
no. I know it's not.
Carter, we have to seal the doors.
Don't leave me.
Get this lifeboat off the ship before Sidron blows it all to hell.
I'm sealing the door.
We're going.
Hetzelar to Resolute.
I have the away team.
Why is she red now? Why did she not like
We're
that?
about
She
to
said it herself that I should leave
The
her.
cargo bay containment field is deactivated.
Get that tractor beam ready. And you should know, the Zeldy is set to self-destruct.
If we do enough damage to the Zeldy first, it'll prevent the self-destruct sequence from completing.
We can't wait any longer. We have to fire.
Captain, they're almost out of there.
We need to act fast.
Wait, what did they say? What did they say? I didn't get that. Hey, escape first?
Hold all fire!
Oh, okay.
Get out of there, Petty Officer. Do it now!
You heard her.
Done!
Ready?
Detonate!
Detonate!
Oh!
Hi, Mindriel. How are you?
We're out!
I have them on sensors. Tractor beam activating.
Oh, there was the
Locked
option.
on and
I
ready
see.
to fire.
Fire!
Fire!
Tractor beam's locked on. We have them. They'll be pulled into the docking bay shortly.
Yeah, I'm
There's
sorry
something
about
else.
the lady.
I tracked a transporter signal to the planetoid moments before the Zeldy detonated.
Sidron.
I'm sorry for the lady, but
There's a Takan structure there. It's the reason they were here. It's the reason we are here. Now,
we go there together.
I have to see it for myself. We'll go there together.
I had assumed as much.
Is this the Takan arsenal Galvin was after?
Legend says This region once held the sacred mysteries of the Tekon Empire. Our greatest treasure. Our most fearsome technology.
I want a full security detail. Westbrook, Brodrosian, you're with me. Mr. Ermont, you have the con.
Wait. You're not the first officer anymore. The captain is supposed to stay with the ship. I'm surprised Lieutenant Brodrosian didn't raise that first.
I thought Captain Rydek knew what she was doing.
Captain decides.
That's the protocol. But it's also a captain's prerogative to break that protocol.
I suppose it is.
We'll deal with the first officer vacancy when we return. Until then, Mr. Ermont?
Yes, Captain.
The Arsenal of Eternity.
Any sign of Sidron?
Not that I can see.
High alert, everyone. The enemy could be anywhere. Follow my lead.
Where's my favorite people in Star Trek? Who are your favorite people?
Let's make this a short mission, all right?
I love how we all have suits and Portal 63 or whatever is just like, hello.
Still not sure I agree. I respect the chain of command. A phaser should make quick work of the ice.
Klingons. It's pretty here. Klingons. Klingons, okay. Space orcs. Are they evil? The Yutari look a little bit like space orcs. Are they? But I don't think they're Klingons. Hi Millie, how are you?
Vault in the mines was already open.
There must be some way to activate it.
Maybe Portal can open it.
Portal, can you open it? It is a Taconian vault.
I thought you'd never ask.
Klingons are Krogans? Oh, I see. Well, I don't like the Krogans that much. They're cool and all, but at the same time, I don't really like them.
You're welcome.
Thank you, but...
Better to keep it simple. Sometimes the answer is staring you right in the face.
Thank you. Definitely easier this way.
Find Sidron. Are we going to fight now? That's my sounds when I want to hear you guys that were fighting.
Spread out. Let's see what we can find. And stay on high alert. We don't know where the Tekon that beamed down here could be.
You will need my help, Commander.
How so?
Traversal here is trivial for a Tekon, but only a Tekon. When you come across a device you cannot use, merely call my name.
Will do. Thank you.
Investigate the vault.
Do you know what this place was used for?
It feels familiar, but I'm not certain. The Empire was vast. I did not know every corner of it, and much was built after I became a portal. However, Takan would not build such a place without something precious to protect.
Whatever that is, we have to find it before Galvin does.
I want to kiss her. She's so cute. Okay, this is probably something Portal has to activate.
This pattern resembles the transporter device Petty Officer Maris used to escape the Resolute. Portal 6-3?
You wish to make use of this device?
It's a transporter of some kind?
It allows Takan to move through space instantly a short distance. Very convenient. I will activate the system for you.
Where does it go?
I'm not sure. The markings here must be from after my time.
Well, only one way to find out.
Game kinda makes me feel like I should not trust Portal. Why is there? This is something bad about his magic. I think the game gives you that feeling because he himself is not good. He himself is not like a good character. He is also from the Takan, so he is from the enemy side. But
I should look elsewhere.
He is more or less somebody from the Takan who wants to help us because he also thinks that what the Scions are doing isn't right.
Portal? What is that void down there?
And he's also 600,000 years old, so...
A fairly simple concept.
For a Takan, perhaps?
I advise against falling in.
And he was 600,000 years alone. Like, he did not have any contact to anybody. He's like the guardian of the Takan. And I think that's why you automatically think that he's kind of bad. I'm also not 100% sure if he's really good, because he already... but I did like that. He already told me in the beginning that if he sees the Scions, so if he faces the Scions, so the Takan, and he thinks that they are not wrong in what they are doing, then he will not stop them. He will not help us. He said that in the beginning. He already said that. That theoretically, if he thinks they aren't in the wrongdoings, he will not help us defeat them. But I do like it because he's being so blunt about it and so honest about it. And he kind of already let it shine through that he does not like the way the Scions are doing this thing. Because he's against terraforming. So I think he's good. But I think that's the reason why we don't 100% trust him, and also others don't want to trust him. Hi Bon, how are you? Hi Dro, how you doing? Yeah, he's completely neutral to any Federation cause. He doesn't give two shits about us. But he did say that he thinks it's very admiring that we handle all those species together without having, like, war, which I think is good. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Just stepping on stuff and hoping for the best. Okay, then the right one. Let's take the lower one. Left. Okay, right one again. Okay. Oh my god. Hi Alex, how are you? Oh. Oh. There is the possibility that this could make me extremely angry. I think I'm moving backwards. Yep. Wonderful. Okay, let's concentrate for a moment here. Let's take the right one. Let's take the right one. Let's take the right one. What? That was so easy now! What? Not being getting completely confused, and the second time it's like, okay.
Soil. Just soil. It's not from this planet, nor any planet in the Federation database. Why is this here?
This is soil from the homeworld. Our capital system. This isn't an arsenal. It's a temple of the ancients. Sacred ground to the Takon. I took my oath as a guardian of the Empire in a place just like this. You cannot imagine the look of pride in my parents' eyes as they said goodbye. Forever. Sorry. This is the first I've seen of anything new from the Takon Empire in a very long time. I'm sure you're familiar with the feeling. That sense of loss. I thought I was ready for it. But it cuts to the core of your being.
Sorry.
Even with your defenses up.
I'm so sorry to put you through this. I know it must be difficult.
Don't apologize. I'm glad I came. This means a great deal to me.
It's curious how people
Can
don't
you use
like wail
this
to
to find out more
neutrality.
about what Galvin is after?
I think because automatically the human mind thinks more negative than
The
positive.
information's encrypted.
And with neutrality, you automatically think it's
that
the negative side.
No.
Not a warship? What is it then?
It's the Aphelion. Perhaps the most powerful Takonian ship ever built. I can't access the full file, but looking through the ship's schematics, it appears to be equipped with some sort of experimental, highly advanced transporter technology.
transporter technology? For what?
Captain, you better come see this.
Hi, Oscar. How are you? And hi, Joe. How are you doing? Oh, the game doesn't have any bugs for me so far. Like, at all. We don't have any bugs. Luckily. Uh-oh. Not a good sign.
There are more up ahead.
From the looks of it, I'd say someone left in a hurry.
Probably right around the time we showed up.
I've seen these before. In the other vault. And if all of those are the same as this, then there must be...
Hundreds of millions, if not billions. All that remains of the Dakon civilization. A distinct person, encapsulated in crystalline form. Preserved for all eternity.
They're bringing back the Empire.
You thought this was an arsenal. And in a way, you're right. This is how they rebuild the Dakon Empire. And bioform billions of innocent people.
That seems to be the case. What you have to understand is, these life forms were preserved for the benefit of the Dakon civilization. As a means of safeguarding the health and well-being of any Dakon, should they fall prey to illness or injury. They were never intended to be used for this purpose.
There you are wrong. This was always their purpose. To restore the glory that was lost. Congratulations on your first victory in battle, Captain Rydek. You killed a great many of my compatriots, some that I've known for millennia. Are you proud of how much death you've caused? Each Dakon life is precious.
You're to blame.
Irreplaceable. Centuries of knowledge and culture, lost with each one you murder.
Your friends died because of you. If you hadn't attacked us, there could have been a peaceful solution.
I've seen the kind of results diplomacy gets in this era. You can hardly blame me for wanting a quicker result.
Well, I'm not blaming you, dickhead, but then on the other hand, don't fucking complain about it! Had to get that out. Had to get that out.
Thankfully, I don't have to convince you of anything. We'll all be on the same side soon enough.
You can't just bioform whoever you want. Not without a fight.
Ah, but that's just it. There won't be a fight. In fact, most won't even know what's happened. One minute you're standing there as you. The next, you're standing here as one of us.
He's talking about mass transformation. That's what the Aphelion was built for.
The transporter. It'll reconstitute your DNA and bioform you into a Dakon in the blink of an eye. This is what they'll use as ammunition.
In a manner of speaking, yes. Of course, that's the simple version.
It's an
but
abomination!
the result will be the same.
You're talking about a crime against sentient life on a mass scale.
Or an evolutionary process where the strongest and most capable survive. The Aphelion is on its way here as we speak. Now it's only a matter of time. You can't delay that which is inevitable. Which makes your next decision fairly simple, brother. You
trust him. Nope, nope. He's not going to betray us. I'm so sure.
Your sole purpose is to serve as a guardian of the Tikan Empire. But you stand here surrounded not by your fellow Tikan, but by members of the Federation. By people who deny our fundamental right to exist.
Listen, you fucker!
Swore an oath to protect the Empire.
What is the only true Tikan?
And I can only assume that's why you're here.
There is only one true Tikan here, and that's Portal. You're a scion, a disgrace to the memory of the Tikan, brought back through unnatural means.
I only tolerate your presence so long as you continue to amuse me. Which side are you on?
My side. I'm so sure about it. I will be so pissed. I will be so mad if it go. I must stop the game.
Captain Rydek, long-range sensors suggest a massive spacecraft approaching in the distance.
It's on my side.
The time has come.
He's on my side.
I hope we speak again, brother.
We're not shooting him.
Estimated time to contact, 6 minutes and counting.
We can't stay here. We have to get back to the ship.
And we have to preserve these souls. We must take them back to your ship.
Those crystals are ammunition to be used against us. We have to destroy them. Bombard the site from orbit.
I'll decide, once we're safely aboard the Resolute. For to transport.
Oh fuck, I have to decide if we kill them or not? That's not good. Oh fuck, how do I decide, guys?
You have to hear me out, Captain. I lost my eyes because of you. I committed mutiny for you. But if you bring those things on board, I'll have no choice but to resign.
If they're taken to the Affiliate, they will be forced into new bodies, brought back to life in a way they never asked for.
They're not living beings, but they're still dangerous. And if you don't make decisions to protect us, we're gonna end up like Solano. You, me, the entire crew. We're all next.
I mean, I kind of agree with her.
2 minutes and counting. It's headed straight toward the vault. The Aphelion is coming into view now, Captain.
On screen.
Arrival at the second vault in less than a minute.
I would remind you, those life forms are Tikan.
Oh no, what am I doing?
Not science. Tikan. They're not your enemy.
Right or wrong, history will judge you for this moment.
Transport the storage crystals aboard the Resolute.
Did I hear that right?
That's an order.
The storage crystals are on board in our cargo bay.
Thank you. I won't forget this.
It's not their fault.
I hope you realize what you've done. We don't need another captain who's gonna risk our lives just to feed their ego. This ship and this crew come first.
Lieutenant.
She has to hear it.
This isn't about me. It's our duty as Starfleet officers to protect life.
Yes.
Wherever and however we find it. And I couldn't let them fall into Galvin and Sidron's hands. I had to do it this way.
And to think, I used to look up to you.
The Aphelion is targeting us, approaching rapidly.
Wait, so is the Federation, would the Federation be against my decision here right now, or would they be for my decision here right now? I don't have too much knowledge about the game, about Star Trek, so did I do the right decision in the eyes of the Federation, or did I do the wrong decision? They would be for my decision? Okay.
Hit us with that bioforming ray, and it's over. Maximum warp. Get us out of here.
Where, Captain?
Anywhere but here. Now!
I mean, I get it why we want to destroy them, but I still say they're innocent. Except for the science. Fuck the science.
There they are!
You did what had to be done with the Tasker. I know you held out hope, but it's what she would have wanted. The Tasker can rest now. Even if I wavered in the moment.
I'm very sorry for your
There's
loss.
no way she saved herself from that ship.
I'm sorry you lost your friend.
In her final moments, I'm sure she counted you as a friend as well.
No surprises here. But your shoulders separated. If you come with me to sickbay, we can get you fixed up in no time.
Thank you. I'll find you afterwards.
Hi, Cobra. How are you?
You two, check in at your stations. This thing isn't over yet.
I'm very unsure about my last decision here. I really like Bedrosian. Gosh darn it, Bedrosian hates me now.
She was a good little escape pod. I don't want another ride like that anytime soon.
You're really making us proud out there, Diaz. The lower decks don't get a lot of glory.
I'm just getting started.
Okay, guys. Honest answer from your side. What would you have done? Would you have destroyed the pods, or would you have, as me, ported them up?
Hey, Diaz.
Yeah?
Did you see our people over there? Miranda?
Kapoor, Hauser?
We saw Miranda and Kapoor, but they're bioformed. And as far as I know, there's no way to undo it.
That means they're not our friends anymore.
If they attack us?
We'll have to stop them. No matter what it takes.
Yeah. I guess we have to be ready for that.
Destroy them. I'm in my villain era. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Grab us something to eat, something to drink, makes us comfortable. I hope you enjoy the stream. How are you? Follow us here are anonymous, but if you want to speak up and chat and say hi. Hi Ulra, how are you? Save them, destroy, destroy. When in doubt, just ask yourself, what would Picard do? I don't know, what would have Picard done? You saved them, it's commendable. Yeah. I would destroy. Starfleet apparently wants non-interference to begin with, and then cooperation resolution of conflict. I see. What would Commander Spock do? I'm pretty sure that Commander Spock would have teleported them up also. Thank you so much for another follow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also do grab us something to eat, something to drink, makes us comfortable. I also hope you enjoy the stream. How are you doing? Picard would have saved them. I see. Okay.
Tell me, did any crew from the Zelti survive?
Well, since the Lydian ships have no escape pods, I think it was just us.
I see. I thought so. I had a partner on board. After this mission, she and I were meant to... Doesn't matter. All that matters now is making the Takan pay for what they've done.
We'll stop them. I promise.
I will transport them, escape, then hide those things somewhere very safe until we defeat those fuckers. And find a method to ask them if they wanted to be resurrected and find a non-invasive way to do that. It's possible destroying the vault would only have delayed things and pissed off the Guardian. Oh, that's a good point, Liar. But I don't think... No, wait, we know that it's not the only vault because we already found one on Hotari. There weren't as many there, but there were still some people there. He's the most boring captain in Star Trek. Oh no! Hi 13th Pa, how you doing? Hope you doing good? Effective.
I can't believe it, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing Chovak. Not that I'd expect this kind of welcome from him.
Me too.
I can just imagine the look on his face.
You know what? I want to see him too. It'll be nice to get one piece of normalcy.
I'm sure we can count on him for that.
Visual lady should call me tits. It shows well, I think. I mean, I get her. I kind of really understand it, but at the same time...
It. You evaded the Takan, ejected their warp cores, and lived to talk about it.
That about sums it up.
They're gonna be teaching this at the Academy for years to come. I mean it. Everybody's gonna learn how you pulled it off.
I wouldn't know.
The Academy? Oh, well, I wouldn't know about that.
After this, you'll probably get a personal invitation to show them how it's done. I heard about Belle. Is Miranda...
As far as we know, she's still out there.
Well, I know Captain Rydek will do her best to get her back.
Hold on. Rydek? What about Captain Solano?
He was turned into a Takan. Rydek had to take over. She's a hell of an officer, but none of us have been up against anything like this. No one has. Not in 500,000 years.
We all have to step up.
We'll just have to step up and work that much harder to help Captain Rydek.
It's gonna take all of us.
Hi, Ely. How you doing?
Talk to you later.
It is agreeable to see you again.
Agreeable?
Is that so?
Agreeable to see you too, bud.
It was by no means a certainty that you would return to duty here.
It is agreeable to see you as well, sir.
I concur.
You should know your absence has left engineering terribly short-handed.
That's your only...
During your sojourn, this department has fallen unacceptably behind schedule. On both regular and irregular duties.
I'll take the compliment.
There's been a whole lot of irregularity going around.
I gotta admit, it's a little flattering that this place went to hell so fast without me. So, I'll take that as a compliment.
I believe factors other than your absence were also to blame.
He's like...
Normally, I would assign you to one of the many pressing repair tasks. But, given your experience on board the Zeldi, I have suggested you join the senior staff briefing as we determine our next course of action.
Oh, we're senior staff now.
You can commence your maintenance shift afterwards.
I tended to an Elydian earlier. Major Sarlet Arminta.
Ah, yes. I met him at the negotiations.
I never would have imagined I'd be here, on the same ship, working together with our oppressors. But now that I am, I can imagine a future where the Hotari and Elydians are no longer enemies. I'd always hoped for peace, but it seems so far away.
You should always seek peace.
There's still a lot of bad blood.
Peace is often fleeting. If there's a chance, you should take it.
Peace with our former enemies may be hard for some to accept, but it's what my people need.
It's coming along nicely. Thank you, Tylus. I'll take it from here. We're almost done.
I have to brief Ambassador Spock in a few minutes.
Ambassador Spock can wait. You have some fences to mend. Personally, I'm against the needless destruction of innocent life forms, so I'm glad you transported the Taconian crystals onto the ship. But Lieutenant Bedrosian obviously feels otherwise. And right now, you need the full support of your bridge crew. Being an effective leader requires trust. But an issue as divisive as this...
I still want opposing viewpoints, though.
I still need and value contrary opinions. I don't want everyone agreeing with me when they feel otherwise.
Oh, you'll know when Lieutenant Bedrosian doesn't agree with something. She's not shy about making her opinion known. It's been a chaotic last few days for everyone. You need to name a new first officer in preparation for what's coming. You'll have to work to regain Lieutenant Bedrosian's trust. But if she's removed from consideration, it comes down to Westbrook or Ermot. Obviously, there are pros and cons with each, but ultimately, the decision is yours. Commander Westbrook has seniority and was hoping to be Captain Solano's first officer. Ermot has the knowledge and experience that makes him more than qualified.
I still want to take Bedrosian in there.
You really couldn't go wrong with either of them.
To be honest, Lieutenant Bedrosian feels like the perfect fit for the position.
I would otherwise agree. But given what happened, that'll take some work on your part. You're as good as new.
Thank you, Dr. Duvall.
Always nice to have a captive audience. You really shouldn't keep Ambassador Spock waiting.
Captain.
I'll meet you inside.
Okay, time for tough
I'm here
talk.
to officially tender my resignation from the crew of the U.S.S. Resolute. I cannot in good conscience continue to serve aboard this ship. Not while the interests of the enemy take precedent over the safety of the crew.
We need your help.
Lieutenant, we both know how much we need your help and expertise for the coming conflict. I have no one to replace you.
I understand, Captain. And I apologize. But my heart is not in it any longer. And to stay would be a disservice to us both.
My door is always open if you change your mind.
I appreciate that.
We'll have Ambassador Spock via subspace shortly.
Thank you, Mr. Ermot.
I'll notify Lieutenant Bedrosian we're about to begin.
That won't be necessary.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar have first-hand experience with our adversaries. I thought it advantageous for them to join this briefing. I understand this is unusual, but I trust you have no objections?
Talk about moving.
These are unusual times.
Not that I'm surprised in the least.
These are unusual times, Mr. Chovak.
In all seriousness, what Diaz and Edsolar accomplished aboard the Zeldi is nothing short of remarkable. They're both to be commended, not only for surviving against incredible odds, but for helping our efforts against these scions.
You know, Carter deserves most of the credit. None of us would have made it without his help. We'd all be bioformed.
I could say the same about Edsolar.
Well, I could say the same thing about Edsolar here. She deserves as much of the credit as I do.
It's like a mutual admiration society.
Ambassador Spock is ready for you.
Put him through.
Captain Rydek, your recent change in station certainly warrants mention, and I trust you to faithfully execute your expanded duties. Right now, we must keep our attention on the clear and present danger that lies ahead, the Takan and their warship. The closest populations are the Hotari and Elydian systems, and they are likely the first targets for mass bioforming. After that, lies Federation space. I have advised Starfleet Command to send an impromptu battle group to intercept and assist you, but that will take time. You are our first line of defense. And with our shield algorithms compromised, we are at a great disadvantage. Of course, you
We
know
take
that
the
as
help.
well as I do.
I'm glad to hear the battle group is en route, Ambassador. With what we're up against, we're gonna need all the help we can get.
And you will have it. Remember, our strength is drawn from our ability to work together towards a common goal.
Have we made any progress in finding a way to defend ourselves from the Aphilion's bioforming weapon?
Currently, our shields will not protect us, but I am compiling all of the information the away team gathered on the Zeldi and cross-referencing it against our own as well as Portal 6-3's methods.
The away team is sitting right here. They survived without getting bioformed, so we know it's possible. So, what's the secret? How do we defend ourselves? Is there a weakness we can exploit?
There's no easy
Something
answer.
we can do to avoid getting bioformed.
I wish I could tell you the solution. But the truth is, there is no easy answer. There's no defense against bioforming. One-on-one or on a mass scale. At least, not that I know of.
We may not be able to stop it, but it might be possible to slow it down. It's too soon to say for sure, but we've had some promising indications that Duridium can delay the bioforming process.
Duridium?
It's not a cure. It's not going to bring anyone back we've already lost. But Duridium is a cell stabilizer, so it has the potential to slow down the onset of physical and mental changes, if not entirely prevent them. And we might be the only ship in the fleet with this much Duridium on hand.
Slows
In
it, but
fact,
then what?
A lot of ships wouldn't have any.
You say that it slows the process, but this doesn't actually stop the Takan from taking over, does it?
Correct. I can't be 100% certain, but it appears this is only a short-term solution. Also, it requires a much larger dose to be effective. We don't have enough Duridium on board to protect the whole crew. We barely have enough to protect everyone in this room.
Sounds like it won't do us much good then.
The use case I'd suggest is that it could buy a little time for an officer or a small group to complete a task or mission. But it has to be taken at the moment of exposure to the bioforming mechanism.
Prepare a delivery method for this remedy.
That raises the question. What is the mission?
Assuming the Aphelion uses shields of some kind, I don't expect it will be easy to bypass their defenses.
We may not be able to block the Aphelions' attack either. But if they do strike, we know their weapon uses transporter technology. We might be able to backtrack their signal path.
Like we did to evacuate Captain Rydek from Tau.
Exactly. We could send an away team onto the Aphelion.
So we could destroy it from the inside.
I'm not exactly sure how, but
We
that's
left
the
Portal
idea.
sub.
I think Portal could still help us. If he can't get a first-hand look at the Aphelion, he might be able to identify a weakness.
After sparing the remnants of his civilization, I should hope he'd help us.
He will.
We'll need to prepare a boarding party, if it comes to that.
Petty Officers Edsalar and Diaz are the logical choices to lead any away mission to the Aphelion. They have already crippled one enemy ship. If anyone can do so again, it is them.
This isn't like the engineering mission that took you to the Zeldi. Do you really have some special insights that a tactical team wouldn't?
Doesn't the fact that we're here speak for itself?
Just
Only
surviving
Takan
won't be
can use
enough this
Takan
time.
tech.
We found that only a Takan can operate their technology to its fullest. So, unless we want to try to do this with one hand tied behind our backs, we're definitely gonna need an assist from this portal guy.
I like that even less.
Like it or not, that's the truth.
Yes. Portal should be part of the away team. There's no question in my mind.
If this is the necessary course of action, I support it.
I will compile all the latest data on the tricorders, just in case.
In the meantime, I want you working on ways we can combat the Takan tech. Shields, weapons, anything we can use.
Yes, Captain.
Anything else, Ambassador?
I know this matter is in capable hands. Hold the line as best you can. Help is on the way.
Thank you.
I have faith in all of you.
I have faith in all of you to meet this moment with the urgency it requires. I expect all of us to give it everything we've got. Thank you, Petty Officers Diaz and Edsalar. You're dismissed.
While we have a quorum of senior staff, there is a procedural element we need to take care of. The Resolute command codes must be transferred to Captain Rydek for control of the ship.
Of course.
Computer, transfer all command codes to Captain Jara Rydek. Voice authorization Ermot, Echo 4 Lima.
Voice authorization Duval. Beta 2 Yankee.
Voice authorization Westbrook. Alpha 7 Tango.
Awaiting your authorization, Captain.
I'm Charlie. Charlie 7 Whiskey.
Voice authorization Rydek. Charlie 7 Whiskey.
Captain's codes transferred.
I have no idea what that meant.
Structure is incomplete. Please designate a new first officer.
Who is the new first officer?
Please designate a new first officer.
Oh, that would be Bedrosian. Westbrook.
It is an honor and a pleasure to name Commander Westbrook as my new first officer.
Thank you, Captain. You made the right choice.
Congratulations, Commander. It's long overdue.
I know we've had our differences, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
Computer, Commander Westbrook is the new first officer of the U.S.S. Resolute.
Awaiting voice authorization.
Voice authorization Westbrook. Alpha 7 Tango.
Authorization is now complete.
Now, if you'll excuse me, there's work to be done.
Nicely done. I think that went well.
Captain, could I have a word with you?
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Sorry, bud.
Look, I respect your decision, Captain. Commander Westbrook has seniority, and I can understand why you might have felt pressure to promote him. But what I can't understand is why you would choose someone so clearly unsuited for the position. It's the very reason why Captain Solano chose you over him. Because he knew Westbrook as first officer would be disastrous.
I know you're disappointed, but I trust his experience. And I need to rely on him now more than ever.
But that's just it. We can't afford to make any mistakes. And that's my concern with Commander Westbrook. Maybe I've had it wrong this whole time. But I thought we've had an excellent working relationship almost from the moment you first arrived. Of course, I was insulted when you didn't trust me with the information about Captain Solano being compromised, but I've always supported you, which is certainly more than you can say about Westbrook. He was always against you, especially with regard to Captain Solano.
Listen, I value your opinion more than just about anyone's. I rely on it. And if we're going to beat Galvin, I'll need your help now more than ever. So please, don't be discouraged.
I'll be fine. Just give me some time.
Guys, everybody hates me! I hate this! What am I doing? Everybody starts to hate me. Listen, I don't understand. There wasn't anything happening years long. Like, nothing was happening here. Chapter for chapter, nothing was happening. And now all of a sudden happens everything at once. My God. Guys, I will make the outro for YouTube. We do make a shortcut here, okay? To everybody who's currently watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this part, which was pure chaos. And if you would like to, we just see each other on the next part. Have a good one. Bye-bye!